Some will call it swag, some call it cockiness, some will call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And the Hoosiers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Ducks offense will get first crack at it today. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stonewall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and what style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. After run, now throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Grab near the marker. It's low. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Ducks are on the move. Got it behind the line. It's Moore.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you never complain.
And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. The Ducks have changed their look completely in the backfield. Mekhi Hughes, Isaiah World highlighting a transfer class. It really ought to transform this team into a potent force on the ground. Is that what was missing? There he goes. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show him the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
It's complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Tight end now in motion. Moore to the air. He's got it. They will score.
start from this offense. What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hoosiers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Got it in the middle, it's Brady. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Finds his target down the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
And that decision will be questioned. For a while. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Hey, he says hitch passes can't get big yards. Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, goes and gets a 1st down.
He wants to change this route. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Perry. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Gives it on the option. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying the left side. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, put a foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Sets up the screen. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Off play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Quick release on the RPO. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. Early toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
Takes a handoff. It's Whittington. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Safe little shovel pass. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. The sure hands, it's Hemby. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Here's the handoff. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got the back over the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Smith wants to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on it.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Look out, he's got room. Got the first down, looking for more. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And as it back, and here comes the offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hill.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Leaves it with the back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. It'll be 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Ducks decide to punt it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And the Hoosiers are on the move. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Makes the grab. It's Williams. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a...
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The snap sets up the throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Whittington. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Punt is in the air. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid turning it on. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Hoosiers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Here's a heat. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I
think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bowl.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
I love the aggressive nature by the offense trying to throw this in the end zone for a TD, but this is the risk when you drop your quarterback back close to the goal line.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Forced out of the pocket. Gets down with the slide.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let them out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the run, it's Hughes. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Finds his man, it's Moore. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. A strike downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan. Way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Holds and fired complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Oh, the sweet June gets him free. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Back to throw. It's Mendoza. Quick strike complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. The give, and tick, 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 tick. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Ducks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. They boot it away. Wants to bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralized.
Makes the grab on the big throw. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. To the air, it's Mendoza. Makes the catch, it's Brady. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Hoosiers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gives it on the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. Both of these teams are high-caliber